Hey Libra, welcome to your reading from Starkidignited. This will cover the next week and potentially up to the next month for the outcome card, but they are timeless, so whenever you're drawn to watch this reading is the right time for you to receive its messages. It will be for Libra Sun, Moon and Rising. You can apply it to your Venus sign as well. And yeah, so let's just get into it. I will let you guys know that extended readings will be available from next month. I'm going to use the platform OnlyFans to do this. So my first 50 subscribers get 50% off on their first month. So if you want to check it out, please do look out for the details next month if this resonates. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, when I do this, I ask my guides and angels, source, archangels to connect me with your higher self, your guides, your angels, and just give the messages that are most needed for your highest evolution and integration. So as I did the meditation on your energy, what I felt was you guys are learning a lot through others right now, and that could be feeling a little bit confronting, but it is all for purpose. So what's coming out does need to be released and composted to make soil for new ways of being. So really do, if you're learning things about yourself through others at this time that you're not happy with, Spirit's asking you to really assess inside what those things are. Try to show love to that past version of yourself, but gently remove that dead plant and recompost it so that you can create new space for new ways of being, new thinking, all of that. Another main issue that I was getting is a mother wound, and it's skewed very much toward the negative. So this is coming up because it's the time right now that it needs to be released. It needs to be worked on so that you can move forward to the places that I think you're wanting to go. We got, so issues around the mother archetype, around the mother energy. This could be with your actual mother. This could be with how you feel about mothering or the feminine energy in general. But this archetype, this energy needs to be deeply looked at in yourself and in others, because we may not have had the most perfect upbringings or whatever it may be, but it is our responsibility as well to heal that relationship inside ourselves. It doesn't necessarily mean talking to someone toxic if that's not in your path, but often doing the inside healing can create this ripple effect that just is felt out in all our relationships. And same with the opposite. When there is a big wound that we're refusing to deal with, that can ripple out and affect all our relationships as well. So now is the time to to deal with this, to handle it. When I was meditating on this, I got this feeling, this really uncomfortable feeling in my lymph nodes, glands, all here. And what that told me was that you're holding a lot of anger and resentment up in this space, and it's blocking you. So it's blocking you from speaking your truth, or maybe speaking out of a heartfelt place. And this will actually dissolve as you deal more with the mother archetype, as you welcome her, as you can make an altar for some kind of mother archetype that you really love and aspire to. You can journal about past experiences with your own mother, with other people's. You can try and do a past life journal where you try to meditate on other lives where you may have been a mother and see what you get there, because that might have something to do with it. Or you can get a past life reading from someone. And so the main thing was we really need to truly find forgiveness. When we find true forgiveness for ourselves, for the other person, that anger and resentment will just dissolve away. And I think that's what your higher self is really trying to encourage you toward. But let's get into the cards. So we're going to do a spread for you, Libra, and then we'll get some oracle messages. Okay. Can we please get one card for Libra's current energy, Spirit? What is the current energy? Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like you have been working towards something. However, in the current energy, it does look like the devil card is here. So what we can see is that there might be a shadow side or aspect to this. There might be something that's not based or rooted in love that has taken over this thing that's been that you're trying to grow, that you're trying to work on. And then we have the Temperance card here. So it's trying to encourage some balance here, some tempering of the energies, some like cooling off, trying to, instead of rushing into things and feeling bound to things, and like when we deal with like devil energy, it's addictions, it's betrayal, it's doing saying one thing, doing the other, and knowing your intention when you said it. It's all these kind of things that come up. And with Temperance, you're really being encouraged to, the energy is slowed down for you, and it's really trying to encourage you to go within and reevaluate what this thing is for you. And because obviously with the devil as well, we can conquer our shadow sides and we can take our power back and we can go in the right direction, but it takes discipline, it takes authenticity with ourselves. Now, for your challenge, we have okay, so there's a choice here where you're being challenged to so there's a choice here. Something is being mirrored back to you through other people, and you are being challenged to actually step into your Queen of Wands energy, which is knowing what you are passionate about, knowing what lights you up, and standing in that firmly and putting your head down and going for it. Like being someone who can call in. She takes action, but she takes it with love. She does it in ways where she's compassionate, and this is the challenge right now, I think. As I said, there's a devil energy that needs to be that's in the current energy, and it does look like the challenge is a decision between that, because oftentimes in tarot we see the lovers are actually in the devil card, and they're chained to the devil, and they kind of are feeling very like depleted, you know, lost of hope, things like this. And so how we can kind of relate that is like there is a choice here to free yourself, to recognize the mirror, to recognize what role you're playing in it, to be the Queen of Wands and take this new step towards a new love, a new message of the heart. It could actually be maybe a new person altogether. It could be a new friendship. It could be it's a cup, so like a new way of dealing with your emotions, I feel, with that. So let's see, what was the past energy that led up to this? Okay, so we have the Princess of Pentacles and Strength. Okay. Yeah, so it does look like in the past there's been a new beginning of something. There's been like you've wanted to start something new out in the physical, and you felt it could, and the material, so it could be something to do with work, money, moving, something like that, your home life. And with Strength there, it does look like there was a real, like a really big inflated ego feeling, where it was like, okay, like, you know, I need to act confident and I need to just like go ahead and do this thing. But from what we can see in the present and challenge energy, it looks like something has gotten in the way, like something's whispered in your ear and it's brought it off track, and Temperance is trying to come in to slow you down and get you to reconsider what you're being asked of right now. It's interesting as well because we do have Jupiter in Aries, which is opposing Libra, so that's a big like learning lessons through other people, but in a very like not too harsh way, if you get what I mean. Like Jupiter is, he expands things, he makes things easy and lots of lessons, like there's lots of opportunities to learn. Whereas when we have Saturn, which follows Jupiter in the sign, it is a lot more, it's like that really strict dad, like, oh no, you're not doing this, you're doing this. And so like consequences and things like that. So if they're, I think it's very like Jupiter and Aries energy, where it's asking you to step up and be the person that you know you can be. But it does feel like emotionally that's a hard step. It might feel like a new thing. So let's see what the upcoming next steps are. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so awesome. Yeah, cool. So your higher self is advising you, like the next step that's coming for you is joy, is fun, is realizing that you are the creator of the universe. It's the strength compared to sun. So this one's like, I need all these things. Obviously this is energy reading for this reading, but it's like I need all these things to feel confident, to move ahead, and a bit more in the ego, whereas the sun feels like the evolved version of that, where it's like I am all these things, like I can have whatever I truly want as long as I'm passionate about it, and it feels true to me, like it feels like my divine inspiration, something that like my higher self has offered to me, this new belief, this new idea is coming through as you step into this power of knowing exactly what you are. What I would say as well as advice for this is looking into how quantum energy and things relate to our bodies. Nikola Tesla said to understand the secrets of the universe, you look at frequency and vibration, and it's exactly true for us. Like humans work through frequency and vibration. Obviously, in the 3D plane, we're vibrating like at solid matter, whereas everything is vibration. We just can't see and sense it all unless we're tapped in. So that might be something that will help encourage you for that. I wish you all the best on your searching. Okay, Spirit, so what are Libra conscious of at this time? What is going through their head? What are they working towards? Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it looks like, again, like you're really conscious of trying to manifest things, trying to pull things in from the universe, but you're absolutely exhausted. You're weighed down by all these burdens. We have the 10 of Wands here. You're feeling exhausted, and that's what happens when we come from an ego place. There's not so everlasting energy, because it's something that might like spark our interest, but if it's not on our soul path, then we will quickly feel weighed down. This can also be as well too many passions. So having like one wand. Did we have one wand here? No, we have one yeah, one sword. But like one wand is like this new passionate beginning, a thing you're like running forward with, like so excited to like throw yourself into. But when we have 10 wands, it's like we've started too many things. There's too many things for us to carry. There's too many burdens. We can see here he just looks like in a desert, totally depleted. But there's a lot of spiritual energy trying to encourage him to just put down the burdens and like raise up. And then we see this with the 9 of Pentacles. So it's like, I think consciously you're aware that like these things are possible, but you're just trying to figure out your way there. And Spirit's trying to get you to really take ownership for yourself, go within and try to figure out what it is you truly desire, what you're truly passionate about. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we got the Starman, as I was saying that, which is like, I think it's just like everything David Bowie represents, but like, you are aware that like these things are possible, that you're like at the precipice, that you can feel the energy culminating, I'm feeling. But in your, but in your subconscious energy, we have the moon and the sacred clown. So in your subconscious, things are not clear. Like there is things being hidden from you at this time. There are secrets, there are a pull to your like inner wisdom. So like things may be needing to be revealed to you at this time if you go into the subconscious, but it looks like when you live in a place of like all thought and like, you know, too much social interaction, too much involvement with other people's life, then these abilities that we have to co-create are quite hidden from us, because the universe will block us if our intentions aren't from a heartfelt place or if they don't serve a higher purpose. Now this can be interesting, obviously, because like you see, obviously, like some people like Andrew Tate or things that are like not good, not maybe great people, but they're successful and like they're getting what they want. But sometimes someone doing the wrong thing selfishly, if spirit can kind of hijack that purpose, it will be allowed to happen. But if that desire is purely selfish or comes from a place of like, you know, like why should they have it, I should, like a place from ego, then those things will be blocked. And I feel like you're really being encouraged to tap into your true divine creative power. And so then we come into again what the moon can provide, which is sitting with that feminine energy, that not knowing, that being in the dark and trusting, and starting to feel out things. And that's how answers slowly start coming to us. So let's see, what is your higher self's advice at this time? Six of Cups. Let me have it. I knew the Ace of Wands wanted to come out. So review in the past what truly made you happy. What was it when you were a child that like lit you up and put a smile on your face and that you could just lose hours in? Six of Cups is a very nostalgic feeling, and your higher self is asking you to review that. And that can probably help as well with some of that moon energy, because the moon loves the past. It gets very stuck there. So you might be needing to like review the past and kind of collect the treasures from the past that you may have lost now. And whatever passion it is that points to, that makes you feel most alive, your higher self is saying like, run with that baton. This is the thing I was talking about for. Yes, yeah. We will just do an energy check-in. So sometimes I do use a pendulum to just check in with the energy to make sure that everything is being said in the highest and best way. So angels of love, light, and healing, please connect me to my highest self, to God, the universe, archangels, and divine heavenly helpers and higher frequencies of light. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit, is this message being delivered in a way that is truthful and honest and in the Libra energy's highest and best at this time? Strong yes. Okay, cool. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay, and Libra, if this is resonating or if it's bringing any insight or value to your life, please do consider donating or tipping me down below. Otherwise, if that's not in your ability right now, if you can like, share, and comment, I truly appreciate it. Oh, and subscribe if you want to see other videos. Okay, Spirit, so thank you so much for these divine messages. Can we please see what is the current outer circumstances for Libra? What is out of their control that is going on for them right now? Ooh, bear with me. Sorry about that. Alarm went off. Okay, so for the circumstances outside of our control, we have the Queen of Cups. So this could represent an outer energy, but more how I see it is that there's a divine feminine, loving, motherly energy around for you right now. There is something, oh yes, okay, yeah. Queen of Cups, Venus is going into Pisces. Venus rules Libra. There's an invitation to get really soft and gooey, to like start seeing things from, instead of a reactive emotional place, from a harmonious emotional place. Look how like in her power, I'm not going to be able to get this focus, but in her power and just like open and loving she feels. We can also see the ibis bird. So an ibis bird, their long beak represents like pulling knowledge from deep down where others can't reach and bringing it to the surface, which is perfect for Pisces energy as well, because it's like getting into those liminal spaces where we're forgiving ourselves, we're opening ourselves up to this wide, unconditional love that's always available to us. You might need to put, I've said this to other people, you might need to put your bare feet on the ground and really, or go to the beach, or go to somewhere that just feels beautiful and soft in your soul. Because like this stuff that Spirit's asking of you in this reading, it's not easy. Like I understand if some of these things have been a bit hitting home, but we only get lessons that we're prepared for, that we're ready for, and that like our soul wants to take that next step. And so I can see that that's the invitation right now. And also something that can't be avoided, this emotional maturity, and but not in a king way, so not in the masculine, in the feminine way, where we have a lot to give and we're understanding and we give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, what are Libra's highest hopes and fears of this situation? Okay. So we get the Hangman, and what I'm getting from this for their fears is that like that you won't be forgiven, or that like maybe you're not forgiving yourself, or maybe there's some situation in the past where you felt like rejected and weighed down, and like I see this as almost him being like, see how there's like a weight there, it's almost like being weighted down for your sins and chucked in a river. Like there's a real fear of like, what if I'm, oh, what is it, like what if I get in trouble for this, or what if it's my fault, or what if, you know, like all these what ifs. But the hope is that it's through this willingness to go into those dark and scary places and be with yourself that a new perspective will be gained. He can obviously like get that weight off anytime he wants, and revealing the light behind it, the true message. Because like sometimes when we hold on to bad things that we've done in the past, it makes us unable to see the higher meaning in it, because we're so stuck in shame. And then if someone else does something to us, we can't see the higher reason in that either, because we're still stuck in that past version of ourselves, like holding on to those thoughts and beliefs. So I believe in you guys. I think you have what it takes to do this, to be uncomfortable, to reassess, and to gain this new perspective. Now, Spirit, with all this advice taken into account, if Libra follows this advice, what is the outcome for this reading? Is there any last? Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. So the outcome is going back to the drawing board. Once you've done this reassessment, there is going to be a conversation with you and your higher self where you're planning, looking ahead, co-creating, bringing things in that you may not have thought were possible. Where did I put them? Okay. There is a combative energy that might come from this. You may need to deal with some of the past hurts or past things that you said to other people as you do this transformation. But it's all for your highest good. You have what it takes, learning from this emotional place to defend where you're coming from and come from a place of forgiveness. Like, we don't need to fight fire with fire. We can fight fire with understanding. We can fight it with love. We can fight it with, opportunities for new growth. Rather than coming back with someone, we can redirect that energy and transmute it and like create an outcome that maybe that other person didn't expect. And then your final outcome card is the Princess of Wands. So I believe we started with the past energy was the Princess of Pentacles. And so remember, things don't start in the physical. Things start in the fire realm. The divine spark of inspiration, of passion, of, oh my God, that thing looks so fun, I want to do that. Then it comes down into the air realm, the communication, the thinking, the thoughts, the planning. And then we go into the emotions. How do we feel about it? Is there things that I need to move through, address, release before I can birth this into the physical? And then it comes into the physical realm. And we can see you're starting out on this new passionate journey. You're in that princess stage where you have everything you need to start a new journey with this new Ace of Wands, and to be in that more feminine beginner energy where you're willing to take on advice from others. You're willing to look at yourself deeply and evolve past the places that you normally would have stopped yourself in the past. Beautiful. Okay, so awesome. So Spirit will now get some advice cards for Libra. So let's get something from Archangel Michael. So Spirit, what messages from Libra's higher self do we have from Archangel Michael that you would like to give them at this time? What advice do you have for Libra for this reading, for this next week? And remember, the outcome can take up to a month. Like, don't rush the process. Okay. Alrighty, and actually this makes complete sense. So you guys are worried about money. Archangel Michael says chimney sweep, financial assistance. So Archangel Michael requests that you allow him to chimney sweep your worries, anxieties, and fears about money. He will replace them with the rich emotions associated with abundance. Financial pressures are about to ease. Some money you got coming in, guys. So I will read this from the book for you. It is a sword and shield. Okay, here we go. So the sword and shield are symbolically presented to you. I know it's not focusing, I'm sorry. The sword and shield is symbolically presented to you by Archangel Michael as powerful tools for stress relief. Archangel Michael steps in to provide guidance and assistance regarding your financial affairs. It is time to surrender your concerns about money to divine care and love. Prosperity or lack of it is an outer expression of ideas in your head. What were we talking about? Prosperity begins with feeling good about yourself. When you believe that anything is possible, you open yourself up to solutions and answers in every area of your life. It is time for a spring clean of your affairs. Archangel Michael will send people and guidance that will assist you with bookkeeping, saving, taxation, business, or anything related to your personal debt or present debt. You may be guided to a new bank, to cancel a credit card, or to change your spending habits. He will also guide you to change your long-scripted self-beliefs regarding money. Money is purely and simply an energy, a universal, unlimited source that arrives from unexpected and expected sources. Archangel Michael assists you to now, this is not worded well. Archangel Michael assists you to now tap into this God-given source. Affirmations. So especially guys, if this is resonating with you, please say these affirmations to yourself, write them down. You can do the 3-6-9 method of manifestation. So that is when you write 6 affirmations down, you read them to yourself 6 times a day for 3 days, then you read them to yourself, I think it's 3 times a day for 3 days, then 6 times a day for 6 days, and then 9 times a day for 9 days. Okay, but your affirmations. I'm open and receptive to new avenues of income. Archangel Michael assists me with my financial affairs. I am an unlimited being, accepting from an unlimited source in an unlimited way. I accept good graciously into my life. All my needs are met abundantly. All my needs are met abundantly for me now and always. Beautiful. So what an awesome card of encouragement that your financial worries are ending. And that's exactly right as well. Like, when we're trying to force something that's not meant for us, it's going to feel incredibly hard. But if we can tap into our soul, into our higher self, into what our heart is trying to tell us, like, your ego might be like, girl or boy, that's crazy. Do not do that. But your soul knows, like, you will be avoiding about 10 hurdles going that way. And going the other way will lead to so much more stress that you don't need. So just keep that in mind and make sure you're checking in with your heart, with your guides, with your angels. Okay, so we will get you one final message card of guidance from the Crystal Allies cards. So archangels, highest dimensional frequencies of crystals, compassion, love, light, and harmony. What advice do you have for Libra at this time? What is the deepest healing soul advice? Thank you. Where's my book? Okay, so you got Path of Service, Chariot. Hey, 188. Now it did come out in reverse, so just be aware that Spirit might be calling to your attention that this is an energy that's a challenge for you right now that you're needing to put more attention into. You might want to get some Chariot and work with it to try and open your heart to what Path of Service Spirit is calling to your attention. So this works with the Ajna, third eye, and Sahasrara, sorry if I said that wrong, crown. Affirmation, I am in service to the light. A beautiful path leads you through dark mountains towards a brilliant doorway leading to the higher realms. This image is the path of service. This road is not always easy, but is the highest one that you can walk on earth. Placing yourself in service to Spirit, to others and the earth, assures that you will create a life of value and contribution. Chariot is a gorgeous stone from the Lake Baikal region of Siberia. It is a purple, swirling, opaque to translucent stone with inclusions of black dendrite and golden calcite. The energy of Chariot is very activating to the third eye and crown chakra, and the dendrite grounds higher energy into physicality. In this way, Chariot clears the way for inspiration to be acted upon and made manifest in the world. Chariot is a teacher of the path of divine service or Dharma. By activating and opening the crown chakra and initiating communication with the divine mind, Chariot enables you to understand how to best serve on earth as an emissary of the divine light. Service is the act of using your gifts, abilities, energy, and resources in a way that supports and forwards the interests of others. Through using your gifts to support Through using your gifts to support interests other than those of the ego, you are using your spiritual energy and consciousness for the highest good. So that's exactly what we spoke about. So Spirit's really encouraging you right now. I know it can be hard to deal with ego energy, but it's so worth it once you're free from that, from those chains and from that fear. If you've been unsure of what path to take to best serve on Earth at this time, Charirite has appeared as your ally to lead you forward. It can help you to sense and know which path is the right one for you at this time. But Charirite is not always a lenient teacher. Its energy helps you to maintain your course on your path by clearly showing you where your fears or ego are preventing you from serving. If you have called upon Charirite to show you your divine path of service, it is important to follow through in walking that path once it has been revealed. Though Charirite can be a stern taskmaker, if you try to cop out on your assumed work, Charirite also instills a feeling of peace and surrender to divine will, enabling one to flow with the river of personal destiny more easily. Yes, the path of service is not one that we can say next week to. Once you start, you're on the roller coaster. Many people think of their path of service as an overtly spiritual one. However, the most mundane tasks can be filled with spiritual energy and consciousness and turned to the service of others. Not everyone needs to become a healer or a psychic or have some other obviously spiritual orientated job to be walking that path. Any job can be a path of service if you commit your spiritual energy to fulfilling it. It is also important to clarify that service is not the same thing as sacrifice. You do not need to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. It is not necessary to give up everything to fully assume your spiritual path. You can in fact turn everything in your current life to service without having to change a thing. Though for some, sacrifice is an essential part of their learning, it is not synonymous with walking your path of service. We are all of us here upon Earth to complete certain tasks that are unique and valuable. You can enrich your life and spiritual practice by viewing every task you do as if it were the divine mission that you came to perform. Exactly. Cleaning the dishes, like walking a dog, eating dinner can be so spiritual if you put love and care and tenderness into it. When you bless each day with this view of spiritual service, you find yourself living in the moment, fulfilled and open to the guidance of your higher self and the divine will. Charirite reminds you that your true path is in service to one another and the divine light. The message of Charirite. If you've been questioning the direction that you should take, Charirite has come to help point the way. When this card appears, it is indicating that there is potential in the path you are considering, and that it may even be part of your spiritual destiny to walk in. You are being asked to assess what you give to others in the world and to find the best way to give it. You may need to hone your skills and abilities before you're fully ready to take on your new path. We said that. But right now in this moment, you have something valuable to offer others. Charirite is calling you to bring it forth, no matter how small you may consider your gifts to be. You have talents and abilities that are unique to your purpose here on the planet. Charirite is calling you to remember these personal gifts and find a way to apply them for the highest good in service to all creation. When you call upon the energy of Charirite to show you your true path, you are sure to get a quick and clear answer. Commit yourself to being of service or raising your standard of service, and your new reality will unfold. I love that. That was such a good confirmation. Well, Libra, I hope that helped. If you did find that it resonated, please share it with someone. Like, share, and subscribe down below. Look out for the extended readings next month. If you do want some help with this, please consider connecting to get a personal reading or an astrology reading. I would love to help guide you through this in a loving way, and we all need support sometimes. So I'll leave it there, and until next time, Libra, have a great week. Bye.